Hi everyone, welcome back to the tutorial. I'm Mohammad Amir from Motion Studio. In the next couple of tutorials, we are going to recreate these few animation examples that I have collected from Pinterest.com. I have pasted the original links in the description. If you want to download the project file, go to patreon.com/motionstudio69 and you can download all the project file and also some other files that I already have created on Patreon. Another quick note, this tutorial is not made for beginners. If you are a beginner, I suggest you to watch some other contents that I already have uploaded on this channel. Before any further discussion, let's start the tutorial. Alright, in the first example, you can see we have some geometrical icons animation, and this is a perfect loop animation. So for this, first we need to analyze the animation, and then we need to recreate this icon inside After Effects. You can use the built-in tools of After Effects, or you can trace these icons in any other vector software like Adobe Illustrator. Alright, now we have everything in place and we have set up the color. So first I will add a layer and I will call this mark, and I will set few marks where I need to put my keyframes. First we will animate this box. For this I will open the roundness and scale properties. I have set the keyframe for both. Then I will change the roundness and I will change the scale to something like 30%. I will go to the last frame and I will copy the keyframes from the first, and we are good. I will select all the keyframes and hit F9 for easy ease them. It's look good, but we need to adjust the motion of this animation in Graph Editor. If you are not familiar with Graph Editor, you can write me in the comment section, or if you want more details tutorial on Graph Editor. So in the Graph Editor, we are working on the speed graph. So it looks something like this. For this animation, I want to start it faster and end slower. And again, I want to start this slower and end faster. Like this. For the fill effect, I am using simple fill effect, and I will come to the first marker and choose the color from our reference, and I will set a keyframe for color. I will go to the next marker and choose the second color from example, and as before, I will copy the first keyframe and paste on the last, and easy ease them, and let's adjust the speed graph to match with the scale animation. Perfect. Now we will animate this rotation icon. For this, I will open the rotation property, set a keyframe at the beginning, and I will go to the last keyframe and set a complete 360-degree rotation. Again, I will easy ease all keyframes, and I will adjust the speed from the graph editor. So I want this to start very slower and end very faster. There are two kind of graph in graph editor. One is the speed graph that we are currently working, and one is the value graph that I think I need to use for this animation. So I will go into the value graph and I will adjust this handle something like this. So if your line is straight, it means it's changing the value very slow. But if your line is going higher, then it means it's changing the values very fast. So we want a curve something like this that starts something like very slow and end a very fast. Alright, now we need to work on this circle and the last icon. So for the circle, I will open the position property, set 3 keyframes, and then I will come to the middle keyframe and move the circle down a bit, something like this. And since these two icons have interaction with each other, so I will select the second icon, and first I need to change the path to Bezier path. And then I will open the path properties for this layer and set a keyframe for the path. As always, I am setting 3 keyframes because we want a perfect loop. Here we are. In the second keyframe, I need to adjust these points. So make sure you have selected the points that you want to drag and adjust them something like this, maybe a bit higher. Perfect. Now I will select the circle layer and move it up like this. Now we have all the keyframe, just we need to adjust the speed from the graph editor. So once again I will select and press F9 to easy ease them. Now let's open the graph editor and adjust the speed graphs. So for this you can see this graph doesn't work because we are in the value graph. So we need to go back into the speed graph again. And now we have these lines. So I'm analyzing the animation and I want to match these moves with the example animation that we have collected. So it comes faster and slower. It's all about playing with the graph. It's look good for now, but we need to adjust the speed of the path. So I will select the keyframe and move this handle to start faster and slower, and then start slower and a bit faster. I'm analyzing the example animation and I have seen some bounce at the end. So we need to recreate the bounce. For this, I need to add another 2 keyframes for the position of our circle. So I will add another keyframe here and another keyframe around here maybe. So I will copy the keyframe and paste. Now I want to raise this up a bit, and on the second keyframe I want to move it down a bit. So we have a little bounce like this. But this bounce is too sharp and the timings are off, so we need to adjust the keyframes. I have selected on the last 3 keyframes and I'm moving a few frames forwards. Maybe we need to adjust the timing of the bounce. So maybe one more frame. So I will stretch the last 3 keyframes. Maybe 2 frames. Perfect. At the end, I will simply add a white solid background and we are done. In the next tutorial, we will make this animation, and if you have any questions regarding this tutorial or if you have any suggestions, you can write me in the comment section down below. And if you really found this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe the channel. My name is Mohammed Amir. I will see you in the next video.